Join us as we go searching for caves deep within the Alabama wilderness. It's a copperhead! Pull back! Pull back!
Hey guys, welcome to Carnivore Expeditions. We are back in Jackson County, Alabama again this weekend, and we're going to be checking out some LiDAR leads. I got my partner Hunter with me today. He's going to help me Sherpa some of this gear. Let me show you what we brought today. Got knee pads, gloves, helmet. Got some Apex muck boots. This is a demolition kit in case we have to move some rock around. I've got two brand new Landjoff packs. I visited Tag Caver. Tag Caver sells these Landjoff packs. They still have the tags on them, but these are some tough caving packs. I will leave a link down in the video description if you want to get in touch with Tag Caver to buy some Landjoff packs. These are PVC coated packs. They last a long time. Got grommets in the bottom. Got horizontal gear in this one, and I have a frog system in this pack. So this one has my vertical gear. Got some beaners, extra headlamp. These are my electronics. Got cell phone, Spot X communicator. This way my family can track me and I can send out satellite messages because I'm going to be in an area where there isn't any phone service. This is a Garmin GPS, and I got 3 ropes of various lengths. So I think we have a good amount of equipment today that should be able to get us into some great caves. We're headed into the woods. We each have about 50 pounds worth of gear, including this big crowbar. This one's blowing a lot of air.
I handed the camera to Hunter. He said he thought he saw a snake go into this cave. He only saw the tail of the snake, and he thinks that maybe it is just a rat snake. So he is going to crawl in there and try to see what it is. I'm going to try to stay close enough to him where I can look over his shoulder. Be careful if you don't know what he is.
He backed off. Yeah, I'm gonna go just a little bit farther to see if I can see him. Oh, I see him.
Heck, man, that could be a copperhead.
What's up, bud? Let me get a spotlight on you real quick.
Man, don't get too close. Those things are venomous. They'll put you in the hospital for weeks. Whoa, he's ticked off. We just need to back out of this cave. We can always come back to it another day. Man, it's just not worth it. I rarely find snakes in caves, but when I do, they're usually close to the entrance. If you can get away from the entrance, you're usually okay.
But there's a copperhead snake in there, so we're going to save that one for another time. We found an amazing waterfall. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see it. And we had some good rains a couple of weeks ago, and this water is crashing down. But what we really like is this water is going into a hole. That's what we call a clue. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to follow the water. We're in the state of Alabama, so we have to have 50 feet before it's considered a cave. So there is Hunter, and he's going to go into this hole over here to the side and see if we can pull 50 feet. Okay, we have a tape measure here, and we have to get 50 feet here in the state of Alabama. So Hunter's going to pull the tape, and I'm going to be behind him for moral support. And take another look at the waterfall. Waterfall, there's the water going into this hole over here. And we are keeping our fingers crossed for 50 feet of cave.
Let's see, I had better turn on some light or I won't be able to see. There we go.
I don't see anything over there. There goes Hunter. Hunter, how many feet are you up to? About 12?
17.
17, uh-oh. 17, we're not quite halfway there. Of course, 50 will be what we're looking for. Of course, 25 will be the halfway point. Can you see where the water may be going, or?
Yeah.
Huh.
Right, 26.
26. All right, we're halfway there.
Man, this floor is just full of these cobblestones. I'm glad I have knee pads. There's a nasty looking spider.
Oh wow, you're kind of standing up a little, aren't you?
Yeah.
Here's a little mini waterfall over here to the right.
Okay, 39 feet.
Woo, that water's cold, but it feels good though.
It dead ends that way.
Oh,
It might go that way though.
yeah, it's just going back the way you came. So the final was about 30 feet.
Yeah.
All right, so about 30 feet. Not a cave. What's kind of funny is that in some states this would qualify as a cave, but here in the state of Alabama you have to have 50 feet. We only had 30, so we're 20 feet shy. This is not a cave, but it's a neat karst feature, and it's a beautiful karst feature because you have this waterfall here behind us. We're gonna move on to the next LiDAR lead. We have some good ones picked out today, so hopefully some of the other ones will qualify.
I brought a life straw with me today. This saves a lot of weight in my backpack. It doesn't weigh very much, and I use it to filter water right out of these mountain streams. It removes the parasites and the bacteria, and it really makes the water taste good too.
Okay, Hunter says that he's found a pit over here, so I'm gonna walk over here and check it out, see what he found. We're so close to that waterfall that it may be the backside of what we were trying to get through a minute ago. Huh. Okay, Hunter says it's worth stretching tape, so we're gonna stretch some tape and see what we can find.
You can tell nobody's ever been in here because there's just a lot of loose rocks and debris.
You can go down either side, right? Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to dump a bunch of dirt down on you. Okay.
This hole's not entirely all rock. There's a lot of dirt on the walls. Got to be careful not to kick it loose.
Well, I'll say this, it's got air conditioning. It's about 95 degrees outside, so it feels good in here because the cave is blowing about 60-degree air. All right, inside first little chamber. That's where we came up. Wow, there's another skylight. I didn't even see that other skylight. Huh. And see, Hunter went down around the bend. Is it okay for me to come down without knocking rocks on you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'll So there's the entrance, the tape, and I'm just gonna see how far we are. One side is metric and the other side is standard. We're at 12 feet right here, so not quite the halfway point.
There's a massive boulder right in the way.
Oh, okay. What does the tape say?
The tape is at,
One side's metric, the other side's standard, so
22 feet.
22 feet. All right, that's about half of what we need.
You might be able to push the other way.
Yeah, we can go see the other side. Maybe that other side's where the big borehole is. I'm gonna go I'll go take a peek at the other side while you're winding up the tape. So it looks like there's another spot through here. I can hear water. Huh. Man, I gotta get drenched to go through that. Check for snakes while I'm here.
We already ran into one snake today.
Don't see any snakes.
It's just wet and jagged. I'm getting poked no matter which way I turn.
I can see some passage over here to my right, but that doesn't go anywhere. It just dead ends. So this is a good cave to do in the summer because this would be freezing in the winter. All right, coming back out backwards. No, it just goes to a short boulder choke.
Yeah, there's an awful boulder over here too.
And we're kind of at the top of the Bangor limestone, so it's a good place to look. But nope. Another karst feature. Well, it's spider web. So, all right, I'm gonna go over your head real quick.
Yep.
Oh, might get a little bit of dirt, but I hope this picks up on camera, but there is a hornet dragging another hornet, and I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't know if he's trying to save his friend or if he's gonna eat him. Huh. Okay, Hunter is calling me. He says he found something over here in this direction. So, see if I can get over there to him. And he said to bring a rock. He's gonna do some, he found a pit. We're gonna drop some rocks in it to see if it's worth our time. And I found a big rock. So you say you got a hole there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Goes pretty deep, it looks like.
Oh wow, that's a that's a good size hole. Let's drop a rock or two down and see. Holy cow, that's that's at least like a 50, 70 foot hole. Huh, okay. All right, one more rock for our rock test. Sounds like there's some ledges there, cause
Yeah.
see if we got a good rig tree around. If we don't have a rig tree, we can put in a bolt. Let's see. That little one right there, that's not gonna work. Okay, we may put an anchor here and an anchor here and do a Y, so got to get out the drill. Seeing about placing a bolt or two. I don't like the sound of that. It almost sounds hollow. Yeah, I like the sound of that much better. So put my first bolt over here. None of this is idea, but it's the best I can find. I may see about backing up to one of these trees, even though they're little. All right, this is hole number 4 that we found today. And Hunter found this one, so if it qualifies as a cave, he gets to name it. Got an anchor put in the rock here, and also have it backed up to a tree that's up over the ridge there. So got it anchored in 2 different places, and it sounds to me like it could be a 50-foot pit. If it's 50 feet, it qualifies as a new cave. So see what we have. And I've told Hunter he needs to be thinking up some names. So since he found it, he gets to name it. So all right.
It's a little snug here at the entrance. Not too bad. Kicking down some little rocks and limbs and things.
Wow, it's got some depth to it. I think this is about a 70-foot rope, and hope that rope's on the bottom. If it's not, I'll be doing a changeover. All right, and Hunter's handing me the tape, so I'm gonna kind of see if I can rappel down. And let me see if I can. Clip this tape measure somewhere. I got a little beaner over here on the side. I'll just figure out. Should have already done this, but I can maybe clip it to my cow's tail. Okay, there we go. Got the tape clipped to my cow's tail so it doesn't just plummet and bust. All right, headed down the pit, and of course you just heard a rock drop. That's the dangers of new pits, is there's always loose rocks and things that that can come loose because they've never been touched before. All right, I finally hit the air condition. All right, let me see where we're at. We're at 16 feet. So, $24 feet. So, I'm going to check the ground because sometimes snakes can fall into these pits and they can be hanging around the ground. So, all right. Don't see a snake. Oh man, we're going to be close. This is all right, 46 feet. So when you count, it's 46 feet deep, and I'm going to measure the horizontal, so this is definitely a cave. Let me check real quick, but I know we have 50 feet, but let me see if it's worth you coming down just yet. "46-foot pit." Now I am very careful about the floor because I realize that this floor could give way. See what we have over here. We've got a little phone booth size room over here. So it kind of corkscrews up. Huh, that's neat. See what we have over here. Goes up and around. Don't see anything there. We've got some up and over here. Looks like there's just a little dome room over here. And I don't see any leads. So, well, I don't know. It looks like there's a crack in the floor here. Try to. Oh, a big orange cave salamander, and there's another one. See, all right, guys, I want y'all to get out of the way because I don't want to hurt you, and I've got to see what's down this crack in the floor. All right. Looks like it goes down about 3 feet, and very, very tight canyon. Not humanly passable. So, man, this was a great find. I mean, 46-foot pit with about 15 feet of horizontal at the bottom. So, very good. Climbing out of the pit we found today. Man, it's always great to find a new cave. It's pretty too. Some formations Here's some flowstone. Some more flowstone over here. Have to wind the tape up as I go. Okay, here's Hunter getting on rope. He is about to go down the pit that he found.
All right, man, just be careful going down. New pits have a lot of loose rocks, things that can fall on top of you. It's not like going down Neversink. Guys, we're gonna head back to the truck as soon as Hunter gets up out of this pit. We had a good day. We checked out 4 holes and found 1 cave. That is a very good average. I'm going to put some links up on the screen to some other great videos that I made. I think you're going to love. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed day.